Hello everyone, I'm Taken Jamia, and today I'm going to be talking about some recolors I made. These are characters I made simply just for the heck of it, and I wanted to show them off. I'm going to talk about these two because they have a lot to say about them. And here is Isaac, the purple one, and this is Kiki, the the sort of gray one. It's white, but it's sort of gray, kind of. Anyways, I want to talk about Isaac first. Isaac was kind of the reason that I kind of started loving these two characters. I made this character as sort of like a character I wanted to make from Blubba and sort of from Egg, as it's sort of like a hybrid between the purple engines from their. One of them, the purple engines, was basically from Blubba, which is what I did here, but which is why I went with here. But the name Isaac came from Blubba, from I think the Blubba wiki, not the Blubba wiki, the Egg wiki, the All Engines Go wiki. And someone who was on the fandom app where I was trying to find a name for, I think, Isaac was by the name of Katie and Tiny, who had an idea for a name, and it basically went like this: G is for Gordon, H is for Henry, J is for James, so I could be for Isaac, and I really loved it, and so it kind of stuck. Isaac was originally going to be named Haichi, which was basically the number 8, I think, in Japanese. I could be very wrong, but I know it did mean the number 8. My mom kind of helped me with the name about it. But anyways, moving to Kiki. Kiki was also inspired by this, and I wanted to keep like the letter scheme and named her K. Okay. And as you can see here, Kiki is sort of a little bit it could be better. The paint could definitely be better, because this paint was a little bit chunky to work with, but I think it worked out fine. It's a little messy, but it's whatever. I sort of headcanon to myself that the reason why that Kiki looks like this was because the painters did a really sloppy job at it, and I really like it. I like that. It's really funny. I really like these two. I definitely want to do something with them more in the future. But as for these two, these next two, these were based on my own custom engines from One Railway, and I based Charlie and Scruff off of these of Helpful Steamy, the red one, and Spunky Steamy, the blue one. These are 2 of 5. These are 1 of 5 variants they could go with. And I did try to for both of these, I did try to put Sharpie on to see if it would work, but it didn't really work out well. They kind of look ugly, but I think they look good enough. Now for Spunky Steamy, I mixed 2 colors. I don't know what they were, but I did try to mix 2 colors, and I think the blue here worked well. And then I was done using the paint and decided to throw the rest of it in the trash can. So I basically used one of these little cups to hold the paint for the mixing. So there's that one, but I threw it out and I realized I messed up a little bit. So I tried my best to replicate it, and it didn't work. So I basically got stuck with this, and now I'll imagine this is like sort of like a patchwork, or maybe just like haphazardly paint on, so that way they couldn't be bothered to like paint the entire thing. That's like sort of workaround with it. But overall, I really like these two. They're not the best, but could also be the worst, but could definitely be worse. And for the last two we have this gray Ferdinand lookalike, and this engine. I don't have names for these two, but for the green Ferdinand, I was trying to base it off of what Blubba would do if they had a bunch of extras, like for like the minor international engines, where they all were basically just recolors of already existing characters like Edward, Henry, Oliver, Ryan, but painted differently, so that way it felt like there were more, despite there only being like only recolors. You know what I mean? Basically, I was trying to replicate the sort of vibe. Um, Basically, I was trying to replicate how Ferdinand would have been done if they just took his model and just recolored it. And I feel like this is what might have happened if they did an episode where Thomas was in like Brazil or something. I don't know. Well, he already was in Brazil, but this is sort of like a what if. And as for this, I kind of wanted to make it sort of like make this engine look like Luke, sort of like one of those like his bases. I think there was like a image of one of Luke's real life bases that was like red. I think it was mini. I was kind of going off with like a red one I found on Google. I think it was like sort of generic. I think I have no idea where the photo is, but yeah, this is the photo I got. I used a winter loop. Not the photo, this is the one I got. I went with winter loop. I chose for the color, which was hot rod red instead of like another red that I already have, which was, hold up, which was a red apple, the one I used for helpful steamy, I think. But yeah, it doesn't look the best, but it's alright. And that's all I really have to say about these two. Overall, I really do like these minis I made. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about them. I really like them. I think the best ones are obviously Isaac and Kiki because I really liked making them. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!